history's top 10 selling cars of all time. Some car designs come and go. Others linger around for a few years, while still others are dead as soon as they exit the factory. Then there are the cars that hang on for years and years, selling millions of units, until it seems that there is one on every corner of every street in every town. Welcome to Most Wanted. In this video, you're going to find out about history's top 10 most wanted cars of all time. But before we get started, be sure to like, subscribe, and bang that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Number 10. Volkswagen Passat. The Volkswagen Passat was first introduced in 1973, and today is one of the most popular cars available. Volkswagen spent years marketing the Passat under names like Dasher and Quantum in the US, but no matter what the company called it, the Passat has been a huge seller around the world. Larger and more stylish than the Jetta, it's one of the best-selling midsize cars on the planet, great for families and one that offers a touch of luxury at an affordable price. Ferdinand Piëch, former chairman of the Volkswagen Group, is the man responsible for adding several upgrades to the Passat, making it into the car that is known and loved today. The car has gone through 12 generations and has sold over 15 million units. Number 9. Ford Model T. Henry Ford may not have invented the automobile, but his assembly line made the Model T the first car people could actually afford. First produced over 100 years ago in 1908, this car is one of the best-selling vehicles of all time. Now the very definition of a classic and one of the most important cars ever made, the Model T is sought after by collectors, and well-preserved models fetch a small fortune. Its success marked the beginning of the modern automobile industry and made Detroit the center of the universe in the automotive world. More than 15 million Model Ts were sold during its years of production, and at one time, this car controlled over 90% of the global automobile market. Ford produced the 15 millionth Model T in 1927, only 19 years after the car first hit the streets. And some say the number of Model Ts sold could actually be much higher than the official number, and that's due to shoddy record keeping. Number 8. Honda Accord. Honda rolled out the Accord in 1976 as a compact hatchback, and it has since been produced in many variations, including a wagon, a sedan, and a coupe. The Accord was the first car the Japanese manufacturer decided to build in America, and has been one of the best-selling cars since 1989. In the 1970s, the car's build quality, reliability, and value made it a revelation. Today, it offers efficiency and good driving dynamics at an affordable price, and can do everything most families need. The name Accord was derived from Honda's unremitting effort to achieve accord between people, society, and the automobile through advanced technology. Honda has sold over 17 million Accords in 9 different generations since 1976, and it has been on Car and Driver magazine's 10 Best list a record 30 times. Number 7. Honda Civic. It seems that most people either have owned or know someone who owned a Honda Civic. It's a compact sedan that has managed to mold itself around the needs of families or singles for almost 50 years and counting. Its reliability and easy-to-modify platform make it a gateway car to generations of enthusiasts around the world. Simply put, the Civic is an icon. In 1972, Honda was thinking about getting out of the car manufacturing business altogether, but the Civic changed all of that. Over 18 million Civics later, the Civic wins the numbers game in numerous areas, from its fuel economy ratings to its versatility and safety. The car is fun to drive, roomy on the inside, and there are a lot of configurations to choose from. Number 6. Lada Riva. The first Lada Riva was sold in the Soviet Union in 1979 by the Russian car giant AutoVAZ. It wasn't a necessarily impressive car, in fact it was pretty terrible. But this car needs to be on our list because it's definitely one of the biggest sellers ever. It was one of the few models that people behind the Iron Curtain could afford, and their simplicity made them easy to work on when they broke down, which by reputation was quite often. They are not super powerful cars, in fact they topped out at a meager 90 miles per hour. Despite its regular appearance on the worst of all time lists, the Riva has managed to become somewhat of a favorite of collectors, and has sold more than 18 million units since its introduction. Number 5. Volkswagen Beetle. Commissioned by Adolf Hitler and designed by Ferdinand Porsche, the man responsible for the Porsche brand, the Beetle was created to be the people's car. It's one of the most recognizable cars ever made, with its domed exterior hiding its rear-engined, rear-wheel drive configuration. After World War II, the Beetle slowly became a global sales phenomenon. By 1972, its production numbers overtook the Ford Model T as the best-selling car ever, a title it held until 1997. The Volkswagen Beetle sold over 23 million units in its 81-year run, and it's the most sold car with a single platform in history. But it all ended in 2019 when Volkswagen officially produced its last Beetle. Number 4. Ford Escort. Born out of the mildly popular Ford Anglia, the Ford Escort became a juggernaut of sales on almost every continent. Ford began producing different versions on different continents, starting around 1968 in the UK. It wasn't until 1980 that cars bearing the Escort name would be introduced in North America, and it was Ford's first front-wheel drive design sold in the US. The Escort replaced the Pinto as Ford's entry into the compact car market, and had to overcome the sour taste that many consumers had for the Pinto due to its fuel system defects that ended up leading to a recall, lawsuits, and even criminal prosecution. But sell it did, and at one point during the 80s, it was America's top-selling car. Around the world, the Escort wound up selling over 24 million units before it was finally discontinued in 2003. Number 3. Volkswagen Golf. Volkswagen has been producing the Golf since 1974, and it has always been one of the most popular cars in the world. Since its first generation, the Golf has been produced in different body styles: 3 and 5 doors, hatchbacks, convertibles, and a third-generation station wagon. Offered in a number of versions over the years, from economical diesel commuters to legitimately sporty GTI and Golf R versions, the Golf is fun to drive, comfortable, nice-looking, versatile, and as reliable as it gets. Could anyone ask for anything more? Since its introduction, one new Golf has been sold every 41 seconds. That's on average about 780,000 a year, and it all adds up to over 35 million units sold. Number 2. Ford F-Series. The Ford F-Series stands as the best-selling truck ever. The first Ford F-150 was introduced in 1948 and was sold as the Ford Bonus Build. The first models were shaky, but the truck's quality steadily improved over subsequent generations. Now it's so well loved for its strong and useful design that people have been buying the same truck for generations. The F-Series is America's best-selling truck for 43 years and counting. It has been the top-selling vehicle in the U.S. since 1983. Ford has already sold over 40 million F-Series pickups, and that number is still growing. Number 1. Toyota Corolla. And for the title of the best-selling car of all time, the Toyota Corolla crushes the competition. Among all the cars to ever become a household name, the Corolla is the all-time most popular choice for the average consumer. And it's not really hard to see why. The company combines incredible reliability with an affordable price, technology, and decent performance. Even one quick scan on the roads is enough to see there are generations of Corollas still out there. The darn things just seem to run forever. In 1997, the Corolla overtook the Volkswagen Beetle as the best-selling nameplate in the world. Since its launch in 1966, Toyota has sold an unbelievable 44 million units worldwide, and there's no end in sight. And there you have our most wanted list of the best-selling cars of all time. So, which ones of these all-time favorites have you owned? Tell us all about it in the comments down below. And if you're new here, be sure to like, subscribe, and bang that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Thanks for watching.